Prime Minister Netanyahu, I told you, I warned you. Actually, I said that about President Trump. But now I'm gonna say the same thing to you. I was in your dream state last night. Do you remember? Do you remember me being there in your dream state last night? And I'm getting, yes, you do. You remember. After you woke up. And I've been in President Trump's dreams too. I've been in President Trump's dream state too. And he remembers too. He knows it too. I told you, I warned you, I'm coming for you in the spirit. And that's what's happening. That's why you are seeing me in your dreams, talking to you and warning you. Both of you, Prime Minister Netanyahu, and President Trump. God is coming for both of you through me. And I just warned you about that in my previous video. So that's what's happening now. In your dream state, in your dreams. I'm coming for you. And God is coming for you through me. That's what it means. I have to spell it out for you in case you're confused about what's going on there and what's happening with that. That's what's happening with that. And you, Prime Minister Netanyahu, you were telling me the same sob story that you're telling the news. And you think I'll buy it? And you think the world will buy it when they can see the horrific images of malnutritioned children and babies, Palestinian men, women, children, and even babies, images on the news worldwide. And you think anyone will believe your sob story? That's not what's happening? When that's exactly what's happening? That you are starving them to death? Slowly? Like a slow kill? With maximum pain and maximum suffering? You are a monster. You have become a monster. And I will say this to your face. Actually, you're watching me, so I am saying it to your face. You have no mercy in your heart. You don't have a heart. The way you're behaving and your actions and what they are telling the world and what your actions are telling the world. As I said in the previous video, I've been praying to God to bring death to you, all three of you, Netanyahu, Trump, and Putin. But since you are starving the Palestinians to death now too, well, this is an emergency situation. So I've been praying to God to bring death to you, Prime Minister Netanyahu, as I said in the previous video. And that's why God is asking me to do this message, do another message and warning for you here again, to try and talk you down first. But if you will not heed my warnings and God's warnings still, then God will take you out. Just like he had to in the previous lifetime, when you were that Egyptian Pharaoh, and it was Prophet Moses who was warning you in that lifetime. And I've already told you in a previous video that you are the reincarnation of that Egyptian Pharaoh mentioned in the Bible. That you are the reincarnation of Ramses II or Ramesses II. I think it's pronounced both ways. Who was oppressing the Israelites, the Hebrews, in that ancient Egyptian lifetime of yours. And in that lifetime, it was Prophet Moses who came to warn you. And in this current lifetime and incarnation, I am the prophet who has come to warn you. I am the prophet who is warning you in this lifetime and in this incarnation. In that ancient Egyptian lifetime, where you were incarnated as that Egyptian Pharaoh mentioned in the Bible as Ramses II, you were oppressing the Israelites, and you were enslaving the Israelites, the Hebrews. And in this lifetime, as Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, you are oppressing the Palestinians, the Muslims. And you're not just oppressing them, you are killing them left, right, and center. You are killing innocent human beings left, right, and center. And for how long now? At least since the 90s. And we are in 2025 now. So what do we have to do in this lifetime now with you? Are we going to have a repeat of that Egyptian Pharaoh and Prophet Moses' lifetime with you, where Prophet Moses was warning you over and over again, and God was warning you in your dream state in that lifetime as well, over and over again? And then God had to send how many plagues as warnings? And you still will not listen. And then what did God have to do to you in the end? God had to take you out in the end. God drowned you and your army in the Red Sea. So what do we have to do to you to stop you in this lifetime from oppressing the Palestinians, from killing the Palestinians, men, women, children, and babies, from starving them to death now too? So they die slowly, so they suffer, to prolong their suffering. You want to prolong their suffering. You want them to suffer as they die. You want them to suffer horribly as they die slowly due to starvation. You are starving them to death. And I don't care if you're letting some aid into Gaza right now. It does not matter. What's already been done by you is already done. Karma. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that word means? Look it up if you don't. In Judeo-Christian terms, it means judgment. And it's Judgment Day for you too, Prime Minister Netanyahu. It's Judgment Day for everyone right now because we're going through Judgment Day, as I keep telling everyone. It's Judgment Day for you, Prime Minister Netanyahu. For all the atrocities you have committed against innocent human beings like the Palestinians. For all the atrocities you have committed against Palestinians and other innocent human beings now in whatever other Middle Eastern countries you're bombing as well, on top of bombing Palestinians and killing Palestinians. And what happens when a bomb explodes? It's fire, isn't it? So what? You're burning innocent human beings to death? That is another horrible way to die. What if the same fire came for you, Prime Minister Netanyahu? What if God does the same to you? What if God sends fire to burn you to death? And God and Prophet Moses, yes, I've already done a message or two from Prophet Moses for you here on my channel in my previous videos. So yes, Prophet Moses is around me in spirit too and has been coming through me to warn you as well. But you're still not listening. But God and Prophet Moses just asked me to read Tanakh and something from the Tanakh, from Amos. I think that's how it's pronounced. But if I'm mispronouncing it, then my apologies. But Amos, chapter 3, verse 7 says here, "For the Lord God does nothing unless God has revealed God's secret to God's prophets." And who is the prophet here in this lifetime? I am. I am the prophet in this lifetime. I am God's prophet in this lifetime, who has come to warn you, who God has sent to warn you, and who is warning you. And then verse 9 here says, "Announce in the palaces in Ashdod and in the palaces in the land of Egypt, and say, gather upon the mountains of Samaria and see great confusions within it, and people being oppressed in its midst, like you are oppressing the Palestinians in the land of Israel right now." And in Amos chapter 2, verse 1 says, "So said the Lord God, for 3 transgressions of Moab, yea, for 4, I will not return them, for he burnt the bones of the king of Edom to lime." Verse 2 says, "And I will send fire into Moab, and it shall consume the palaces of Kerioth, and Moab shall die amidst the tumult with shouting." Is that what you want to happen to you, Prime Minister Netanyahu? Do you want God to send fire to you, to burn you to death? Just like you've been exploding bombs on innocent human beings, on innocent Palestinians, to burn them to death. Because that's what we call karma and judgment, because the same comes back on you, and the same kind of death comes back on you. Is that what you want for yourself, Prime Minister Netanyahu? Do you want God to send fire to burn you to death? Send fire to you to burn you to death, just like you're burning all these innocent human beings, innocent Palestinians to death by dropping bombs on them all the time. Do you want the same fate for yourself? Do you want death by fire to come to you too? Is that how you want to die too, Prime Minister Netanyahu? How would you like to die by fire? How would you like to die by fire, Prime Minister Netanyahu? The same way you're killing all these innocent Palestinians. And you've also been bombing other countries too now, in the Middle East. And how many innocent civilians have you killed there? All of that is piling up when it comes to your karma and judgment with God. Verse 4 here says, "So said the Lord God, for 3 transgressions of Judah, ye for 4, I will not return them, for they rejected the law of the Lord, for they rejected the law of the God." Just like you are, because you are rejecting my messages, and you are rejecting and ignoring God's messages that are coming through me as God's prophet. So you are rejecting the law of the Lord. You are rejecting the law of God. And then it says here, and they did not keep God's statutes, and their lies misled them or mislead them, which their forefathers followed. Yeah, so it's just the same thing repeating here with you in this current lifetime as well, Prime Minister Netanyahu, isn't it? Isn't it? So, this is your warning. Another serious, severe warning coming from God through me. Do you want to die by fire? Hell fire. 2. Do you want to end up in hell after you die? Have you forgotten about hell fire? Have you forgotten about hell and that hell does exist? This is just another serious warning coming from God through me for you, Prime Minister Netanyahu. And if you want to avoid this fate, if you wish to avoid this fate, you're gonna have to come connect with me. You're gonna have to come talk to me, and you're gonna have to come connect with God, and you're gonna have to come talk to God through me. Do you hear me? And do you hear God through me? You have been warned. Again, enough said. Over and out.